Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to an introduction to ebooks. Today is Friday, September 18th, and I'm coming to you from LPTS Library, EM White Library on the Seminary of Lowell campus. This is going to be a half-hour workshop, and what you should be seeing is the screen with much love, our library portal. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm Anita Coleman. I am the seminary librarian whose official title is Director of Library Services and Associate Professor of Bibliography and Research. I have with me today two very exciting people from the library, and I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves. Jill?
Okay, hi, I'm Jill Sherman, and I started here on September 8th. I'm the Technical Services Librarian, and I'm really pleased to be here.
Hi, I'm Bobby Bills, the Administrative Coordinator in the library. Good morning.
And Bobby does a lot of the course reserves. And without Bobby, the library would not run, and it wouldn't run without Jill either. So thank you both. And now let's move on to With Much Love. So this is our web portal. It's fairly new. We started it after COVID-19, and so we are still refining it. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm hoping to do an introduction to the whole portal later as a video, quick little video under 2 minutes, hopefully. But right now, this is what we have. So the easiest way to find ebooks is to come to the portal and to look at the Find eBooks link. And when you click on it, I've got it on that page, and I still haven't had time to take away the workaround note at the top. But since we know that this is now working, that remote access is working, I'm just going to explain what's going to be on this page. There are a couple of different ways to access ebooks in the library. The best way generally is to go through the library catalog. The library catalog portion is called Morgan, after a Professor Morgan here, who was here at seminary for a very long time. There is an additional piece to the catalog which is called Discovery, and so we often call it Morgan Discovery. A library catalog tells what the library holds. So basically books, journals, CDs, DVD-ROMs, pamphlets, anything that the library actually physically holds will be in the library catalog, including electronic resources. If we own them, they're going to be in the library catalog. Discovery is the piece that helps you search other services. And the services could vary. It could be the World Wide Web. It could be Hathi Trust, which is an emergency kind of archive, or a collection actually, not an emergency archive. It could also be that Internet Emergency Archive, the Internet Library. And so Discovery takes you to other things. And in those other things, electronic resources and databases, there are open access, what is called open access. So Internet Archive, for example, is an open access, which means things in that library, you don't have to pay. There is no paywall. You can just go, and they may have some kind of restrictions on how long you can read that book or download the book to read. But generally, open access always means there is no pay or subscription for it. The other kind of databases you can find are subscriptions to electronic databases and ebook collections. But they can take some time. Some of the databases you'll get right away. And so Morgan Discovery really is the best way to start to find ebooks. I will explain about the ebook collections because when we purchase ebooks, there is a time lag. Between the time we purchase ebooks and the time they can be added into the catalog can be as little as a week to more than a week. And so that's why it's important to know these 3 different collections, at least initially. We are going to be finessing these collections. So I'm going to be adding more collections that make it more explicit and more streamlined for our classes and our courses. But right now, these are the 3 collections, and I'm going to explain to you what each one of them have. the ebook collection includes all of the ebook titles owned by the library, as well as the titles from these other two collections, ebook academic collection and ebook religion collection. So let's go take a look at it, keeping in mind that this is now having two different types of ebooks, ebooks that we buy and ebooks that are licensed subscription collections. So we go to ebook collection, and I should not be getting this, but I'm on campus, and so the campus portion of the access is not working, so I've had to do this. What you should be getting is that login screen. And you can try along with me if you want. You would have gotten a login screen that looked a little different. It would have been at the left-hand corner, and you would see ebook collection at the top like this. And sometimes we don't know why it doesn't happen, but sometimes if you come in any other way, you might have to choose databases. So I'm just going to show you that quickly. We have a bunch of different databases. So Atla, Religion, New Testament, Abstracts, and down here you will see ebook collection is also there. Can you see it? And it's checked. You see it? So sometimes it may not be checked, and so this is a way you can choose databases and check it. So right now we have this ebook collection, and I'm going to search for a book that I know we bought, and so I'm going to put in Remnants. This is like my favorite, and I'm going to choose a field, which is the title, and since I know the author's name, I'm going to put Harding and choose author, and I get the book I want. And when I get this book, I want to point out a couple of different things. So here's the title. You can see that this book is in PDF. And if you click on the PDF, you will be able to see, you can, read the whole book. You should also be, if you click on the title, you should also be able to see some other portions of the bibliographic record, as we call it. You'll see the title, you see the authors, you see the publication information, and you see this resource. It says ebook. There's a description, there's subject headings. But what I want to point out right now is something very important here, which is about publisher and permissions. For books that we own, especially if they are course books, we are trying to buy what we call unlimited user access. That means any number of users who are LPTS authorized users can use this book. This is very important to keep in mind because this kind of access is set by the publisher a lot of the times. Some publishers will allow us to buy ebooks like this. Some will not. They will say only one user can access it. And so this is important to pay attention to at the very beginning of your search in that ebook. Because if you see something that says only one book, I'm going to have to ask you to do the honor code, which is basically don't use the book for too long. Maybe go in, read what you need, or check it out for an hour. You can't really check ebooks out in our library collection, by the way. What I mean by check out is you click on the PDF. So for example, you can just go and read the book. So I'm going to pick the foreword to read. This is what the foreword will look like. And once you read it, you can, so it takes a little time, but can you see? So you can read like this and then maybe spend, an hour or two, but this particular one, since unlimited copies are available, you do not have to worry. So if you miss paying attention and in the beginning, when you're looking at the ebook itself, you can also see on the left the ebook availability. So sort of pay attention to that. Any questions about this part? I'll give you a few minutes while I go back and try to get the second book to think about any questions you may have. So for this second one, I'm going to pick up a book that is on one of your course, I think, lists. It's called Race and Reconciliation. And the author is one of our professors. So I'm going to look at that book. And it said nobody found. So did I do anything wrong? We don't know. So what I'm going to do right now is I know, for example, that this book is for sure, was for sure purchased. Oh no, wait, this is one of the books that was not purchased. Sorry, I got my examples mixed up. So this is one of the books that was not available for purchase. Sorry. So I'm to be clear, this is one of the course texts that was not available for purchase in the first round of vendors. I'm going to be doing another second round next week. We're getting trained in a different system, and the books that we did not find in the that we were unable to get, we are going to try and buy in the second round and then in the third round. So remember this when you look in that Excel spreadsheet. Do you remember the Excel spreadsheet that was sent out by email? If you,
Yep.
okay, so when you look in that, if there was a blank in that ebooks links column, that means we were not able to get it, and so we will be trying to get it. Okay, so now that we have had that fear, let's look at a book. I can't remember this, if this is the one. I seem to have lost my examples or gotten them mixed up. But we look for another title that was also in the course requests. And it's Seeing Systems and Barry Oshery, it says. And I'm not finding it. Why is that? Oh, because, can anybody tell me why I'm not finding it?
You misspelled systems.
Thank you. So you
Yes,
do have to
Not a
spell-
mind reader, unfortunately.
huh?
It's too bad it's not a mind reader.
I know, isn't that sad? So now this time you get the book and you can see again. So this time I'm just going to click and go to the book itself, and I'm going to show you once I click the book. It launched that PDF, and you can see again here unlimited copies available. Now let's say you want to email some pages or cite, let's do the email first or the save. You can see here that up here it says the publisher has given permissions to print, email, or save 100 pages. So you can go and choose, you can be on that page where you want, and Charlotte is a problem, and you can say you want to save pages, and you can send the PDF, you can save, you can choose current page, and the next 100, or this section. I'm going to choose this section, and then I'm going to change my mind and say I want it sent as an email, and it should allow you to send an email. System is sometimes slow, so just remember that. And you can choose, when you get that email, you can choose brief citation, or I'm going to choose Chicago Turabian citation. And the email will come from this. You can change it to your own address if you want. I usually don't change the from. I just send I use my email here. I put my LPTS email, and I make a reference to myself that this is from Seeing Systems. And if you're searching by subject, whatever, and then I just hit email the PDF. So can everybody see? Your email has been sent to A. Coleman, it says. Continue, and then it will send me just that 3 sections. So up to 100 pages in this book can be saved. You can also copy and paste from this book. You see that. So you'll notice you can do that. You can also do an unrestricted download of this book, the whole book. So this is the kind of access model we are trying to get, but we don't always get it. So I had an example of a book that did not have this kind of access. So let me see if I can see if teaching to transgress. I think this is a different model. And this would have been, the author is Hooks. And here you see there's two different versions. So sometimes you will see the EPUB full text version and then PDF. So they are just two different versions and you can choose either version. I'm going to choose the EPUB just to show you it doesn't look, and again, this one is also unlimited. So this was clearly not the book. So let's go back and I'm going to try a different title, which is, I'm just going to put this word trauma because I seem to remember that as the book that was, and I'm just going to leave the word author blank. And trauma is, I'm just going to show you how this, you can now further refine a very broad search. So when I search for trauma in this ebook collection, I'm getting all these titles, right? I'm getting 317 titles. And I don't really know which one I want, so I don't want to look through this. So I can refine this now. On the left side, you can see that I can go down here and I can refine by all these different publication date, exclude abridged titles, download, only limit to download available, for example, and you will see right away only one book, you know, it changed. So clearly, most of our books are going to be available for unlimited downloads. So that's a good thing to know, to search, because this gives you an idea, you know, also of the different kinds of access. So any questions about opening ebooks or searching for titles? Do you have any questions?
No, but I wanted to mention that you don't have to, I have found that you don't have to be specific in the title and author. If you put the title in there and don't change the subject in the right side, you don't select a field for the author, it'll come up with it anyways.
Okay. You mean here? Yeah. Yeah. So for example, Calvin, for example, is both the name of an author as well as the subject, right? A lot of people write about Calvin. So you can find the books here. And since download is, if you unclick download available, the number, if you noticed, went from 257 to 267. So there were about 10 books that don't have unlimited download on Calvin. I want to also go back and show you, let's say you've now searched in this ebook collection. Now you want to do a broader search just in general religion. You can go back and keep this ebook collection. I want to also show we have a subscription collection called Ebook Religion Collection, and we have this ebook academic collection. This is going to be really broad. The ebook collection, I still don't have an exact number. We own only like about 100 or 200 ebooks, but I think the ebook collection has a little bit more than just our collection. The vendor is still, EBSCOhost is still giving me the exact number on that. They themselves don't know. Ebook Religion Collection has about 10,000 ebooks just in religion. So when you add ebook collection and ebook religion collection, and then you add ebook academic collection, which is anything relevant for academics. So this one has like 250,000. What you're going to now get is close to almost 300,000 ebooks to search. Does that make sense? So I've clicked those, and you can see now when I say show all, it's telling me that I have all the three ebook collections to search. And then I can put in here, let's say The Wizard of Oz, and see what comes up. And we get 78 books, and some of these you will see are subjects, about The Wizard of Oz, they're children's books. So that's probably from that ebook academic collection, Counting Shapes, Wonderful Wizard of Oz is here, the actual book. You know, you can see more books. You can also, I'm going to show you something else, which is, I haven't tested this, so this is, they tell you not to do this, but I'm going to just put commentaries. And I'm going to put commentaries in subject terms, and I'm going to put subject terms, theology, very broadly. And you can get commentaries this way. This is not the best way to search for commentaries, by the way. There are definitely better ways. And I think when I have time to do just each of these databases, I'll show it better. But you can definitely find commentaries, a lot of the books also in a pinch this way. You could also you could probably also skip theology. I just didn't want to find us a lot. We are finding 73 with the commentary subject terms. If we do just commentaries, it moves to 736. So you can refine using, for example, I'm going to say, I know my professor wrote one, but I can't remember the title. So I'm going to put commentaries and Mayfield and see what shows up, and nothing shows up. Oh, it was not this professor. It was actually, I'm going to hope I got her name right. And yes, so it was this professor, so you could do this. Or you could say in all text commentaries and say the word hope, or you could say John. You're going to get, this is going to be a really big search. It won't just get you just John, you know, the book of John, because, you know, the books in the Bible can be searched differently. But I'll do a completely different session on searching. I just wanted to give you an introduction to that there is a religion collection with almost 10,000 titles, which has a lot of commentaries as well. Other kinds of help that we have for ebooks, I'm going to be, so back to the With Much Love page, you see the ebook collection, ebook academic collection, and the ebook religion collection. These are described. I'm going to very quickly, before we close, show you how you can also find ebooks in a different way, which is if you go into the subject or program guides, you can choose the digital resources guide. And then let's say you want to find ebooks in your, in other places like Oxford Biblical Studies Online or Ministry Matters, you can find them there. Are there any questions? Because we have 2 minutes and the workshop is over.
I think you did a fine job.
Oh, thank you. Did I answer your questions, Rebecca and Tracy?
Yes.
Oops, I
Thank you.
asked your names. This is the part that's funny. Alrighty, so there's more we can do with ebooks, you know, like citation, how to cite them. The site, anytime you save, it will automatically give you the citation in the format if you chose a format. And if you didn't choose a format, it will give you all the formats it has. It's possible to give, which is a lot of, so you'll get a long list of citation styles in which it's done. The style manuals are changing, and so it is not good practice to keep that easy proxy long URL. Usually you should take that URL off and just say available online EBSCO host database. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And I'm going to stop the recording. But if you have questions, I'm going to stay on for a while. And